there, we're live. I see us.
Oh,
Let me double check
Wow.
that audio set
Can
up
people hear
right.
us?
I hope
Do
so.
they?
oh,
So it's saying the stream can see what's coming directly out of my headphones.
Okay.
And it's also saying that they can hear what's coming out of my microphone. So they should be able to hear everything.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
mm.
It's Friday, and it's Defenders of Kobold, meaning we are playing some more Anvea, game system that I'm developing and dragging all of these fine people through as playtesting. Last time, we did a lot of stuff. Let's see. You were going to meet Quinlan at Iana's hut. Along the way, you found a golden coupon inside of a street jelly, which you proceeded to mutilate and then put into a bucket and take with you
Yeah.
after
You never
getting
know.
the little coupon out of them. The coupon was redeemable for a free Jobbler and Drum Gop at Cher's Sweets. Minton was noticed to be missing, seemingly ever since Jasper showed up and started piloting Brian Crabston. Seems Minton is not a fan of the stench of blight. And he probably wasn't going to be happy going over to see Quinlan either. A lot of people that make him unhappy.
Yeah.
You guys spoke with Jasper a little bit. He said that he wanted you guys to go in first and try to break the ice with Quinlan before he attempts a conversation with her.
We did a great job.
And you guys did a great job at that. Yeah. You went in, you participated in sort of a interactive seance history lesson team building exercise thing where she showed you where she came from. The Cult of Azoi kind of gave a backstory on how she had rescued some people that were teleported by the cultists or fell into a teleporter. And then they came back to try to destroy the giant temple where they were trying to summon Azoi to the surface. They didn't interrupt the ritual. They just messed it up a little bit. So instead of preventing it, and stopping them from teleporting Azoi and all of his flesh and cultists and stuff on top of the surface. They just kind of rushed it and put him inside the surface. So that when he got teleported, he fused with the earth, died, created the blight. And you were all there to see that.
Good
and got
job.
To see what some of the cultists looked like. Got to see some people with weird tentacly flesh grafted to them.
I tried to stop it. I went and stole stuff.
Yeah, you were. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's how you were trying to stop it.
Yeah, you guys
It didn't
see
work.
that there were lots of troves of artifacts and books and things that were being taken and collected by the cultists and were buried inside of the flesh, which are supposedly still out in the basin somewhere. And you all got your butts kicked pretty bad during the fight. A few you got kicked out of the little seance thing after being injured too much for your minds to stay present. And it ended with Quinlan going to run up and plant this like anti-magic bomb, which Chuck decided to shoot in her hands while she was still holding it before she had planted it.
Kobayashi Maru'd that thing. We won.
Yeah. Played out a little bit differently than what happened in reality, but you still got the gist. Still saw the whole thing teleport. You saw the sky come back. You saw the flesh get merged into the earth. Mountains start to sink in. The cities start to sink in as well. Lots of people dying. And then that's when you were cut out. And you woke back up very injured on Iana's couch with Quinlan just kind of shaking her head like, I don't think this is going to work. And that's where we left off. And then one of the other things you guys had kind of poking around in the fire is that John has a friend named Escar that wants to re-tattoo him that is currently in prison by the Coliseum and is requesting extraction within the next 3 days. So that's where we're going to pick it up. You guys back on the couch. Some of you a little worse for wear than others.
Totally fine. Totally fine.
Oh yeah. You still kind of smell like the heavy. You didn't really smell it as much as you were going into the dream, but coming out of it, there's this like really heavy aroma of incense and all these things that were kind of burned to help you stay in it. And Quillen's just sitting there, and she's just tapping her fingers along the shaft of her giant glaive. She just sighs again. Well, that was meant for me to show you what was at stake. Show what we were doing.
You really should have prepped us a little bit more before that, because like you're just like, drink some tea, let's see some visions, and then all of a sudden we're in a war and we don't know what to do. Like, I thought it was a test and not a, like, were we supposed to just hang back and watch? Like, you really should have.
That was part of the test.
What?
Was seeing how you would react and process.
I saw them doing bad things, so I tried to stop it.
I listened.
Yeah.
I defeated them all.
That was your arrow, wasn't it? That went through
Who
that.
else could make a shot that good?
What did you do, Rudigar?
She had the big bomb running towards the tower, but she wasn't going to make it in time, so I shot the bomb to blow up the tower.
That way you can be sure it'll go off.
Yeah.
Well, it was a little bit early for it to do what it did in reality. Blowing up that far away didn't quite make it as far in. In reality, what happened is I went up to the tower, planted it, set it to explode, but that teleportation went through, kind of distracted me a bit, and it went off inside of the tower. I was still hit pretty heavily with the shrapnel. But it being an anti-magic bomb is the reason why I'm still alive and not blinded. Light feeds off of people's innate magic abilities, kind of spreads through them like a cancer.
Oh, so I'm immune.
And no.
You can do magic.
Everybody
too.
has some bit of innate magic, unless it's stifled for some reason, like you gave it away for a contract with some fey creature, or have some sort of device stifling it. Or
You're a wizard, Rudigar.
Did not know I was a wizard.
Some are better than others.
You cast mundane missile.
That's my
And he cast
specialty.
it well, to be
I do
fair.
cast it well.
It's just shooting arrows. Mundane missile.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm going to
But some
remember that.
have it a little bit more than others. And
So-
the ones that are a little bit more magically inclined, light seems to spread quicker in them.
So
Oh, good to know. I'll be the first to die.
here's a great question. With the way
Mhm.
I handled the situation, was the outcome better than how you handled the situation?
Much worse. That would have killed me and not done a dent to the tower. And that dent that I put in the tower is the only reason why there's still a chance, if we go back today, to
So
kill
once
that
again,
vessel.
information we could have used.
Yes, but that was part of the test, was seeing how it would go.
And it went great.
Seeing how
I
you would
won.
all react to that scenario and how you would hold yourselves against the horrors that you saw.
We did great. I killed them all.
Good enough to steal a pitchfork. Oh.
Probably could have done better if I was a bit more well rested, to be fair. But you can't always control that.
Perhaps. Well, I plan to go back to my village today. It's nestled in the mountains a bit. I was just informed recently by one of my scouts that gave his life on the trip out here that there's some sort of creature claiming to be affiliated with Jasper, and I need to know what that's about.
I mean,
So,
if you want to know if he's affiliated with Jasper, you should just ask Jasper.
You could just do that.
Yeah. And also, we could probably tell you that he is.
I don't like how confidently and nonchalantly you're saying that.
Well, see,
But
the Jasper that we know isn't the same
he's all right.
Jasper that you know.
Maybe.
the Jasper I know was executed and
Yeah.
should be dead.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing.
I watched him die.
Not all executions are quite as effective as some people would think.
Come on in, Brian Crafton.
Yeah, I'll go get the
Right
crab. Just wait a second. I'll bring him.
And
You
also,
go
this
out.
creature that it's like a person in a box, like a jack in a box kind of thing.
I was told it's some sort of creature inside of a large metal box. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's
we know
probably
him.
Percy.
He's our friend. He's a good guy.
He's actually not a bad guy. He's just dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
He's trying to learn how to sing like the birds sing.
Good
I did
intentions.
find him with several dead birds.
Yeah.
See,
Good intentions, just
We were
not good
working on
thoughts.
yeah, we'll have to have another talk with him. Like, once again, you can't take the music box out of the birds. You have to listen and then imitate.
Yes. Jake, as you go out, Jasper's out there and he seems to be aware that you're like coming back out to the cart, and he plops back up and you see his eyes kind of poking above the trough. He's just like, well, is she ready to converse? It went well, asshole?
Let's go, Jasper. And I'll reach down to grab him.
All right. And he climbs out of the trough and kind of squishes a little bit as he hits the wood and picks himself up and climbs over and jumps on your hand or whatever it is that you hold out.
Yeah, I'll just hold out my non-casting hand and I'll hold it away from the holy symbol on a chain that I wear now, just to make sure he doesn't get smitten. I'll take him back.
A little singed.
Get crab juice on it.
Exactly.
As you start walking back and you approach the
It's a shame we don't like have a
incense is
stock
kind of
pot.
pouring out of this
to
tent a
carry
little
him
bit,
in.
and he starts kind of coughing violently as the incense hits him. Oh, what is that? Oh my god!
I imagine it's to ward off evil spirits. You're not going to die, are you?
This like gray that's coming out of his lips. It's getting a little bit darker black. He's convulsing a little bit as the incense is hitting him. I don't think this is good for me.
Okay. I'll walk back out with him. And I'll call into the room. Seems the incense is killing him, so I can't exactly bring him in without killing Brian Crabston.
Well, then let's have our conversation
Quinlan,
outside.
like, looks over to Iana, and Iana looks back like concerned at Quinlan.
Very normal crab things, I think.
Shrugs, and Quinlan puts her glaive up and uses it to stand. All right, let's see whatever this is.
Promise you won't
Walks out.
stab him immediately. He's our precious crab friend.
Yeah.
I will.
Brian Crabston is an
Speak
innocent
with
in all
him.
this.
He is only being possessed.
By the
Okay.
lips of Jasper. That sounds gross.
You guys walk out. Jake, you're sitting there holding Jasper. And he's kind of like still drooling a little bit, but not quite as much. He's still like and spitting it out. You've got this nice, just little gray goop underneath him. You smell a little bit of burnt crab,
Oh no.
but he seems to be okay. Twitching a little bit. One of his eyes is like a little bit off to the side now, but he seems okay. You all
Well,
walk out.
behold.
You see Jake holding this, and Quinlan's behind you all.
Behold, this is your executed friend Jasper.
She looks at him, very concerned. Jasper says, "Oh, hello, Gwendolyn. It's long time no see. You are looking just as feisty as you were before. I hope you've had time to mull over our previous exchanges and his good times now." He's like, "I so badly want to skewer you right now. But my curiosity as to how you're talking through that crowd is the only thing preventing that." He says, "Well, as you see, there was my execution, which you were there for. I noticed. They did not notice, but I did not say anything. I thought it was fair for you to be there. I may have make a little bit of a deal with someone during it. So you see, everything come with a price, and many times it come with a second and much more expensive price when you do not pay the first price, as I did not. So I was rescued, but in a slightly different form. There was a man, Mr. Moloch, who approached me. You see, I lay there. I have my back up to the sky. I see the birds and feel the wind on me as I'm about to be executed. I'm thinking, not so bad this is. I lived a good life. And I say, "Take away my head, Axeman." And then it stopped just as it's about to hit my throat. And he's like gesturing this with his crab claw. They say, "The bird stopped, the wind stopped, and it all stopped. I don't hear people move anymore, but then I hear a humming and I smell a sulfur and footsteps approach. And this man looks down with black eyes and white dots. He introduced himself as a Mr. Moloch. We have some exchanges which are very difficult for me to speak about as much as I want to. But he say I can be living because I have information about things that he is interested in out in the basin. I originally agree, so he free me, but then I changed my mind because these things that he is wanting cause some harm to many people, you being one of them, Miss Quinlan specifically. So I say no, and then I am a shrimp.
Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
How did you get to be a crab then?
He's not a crab.
Well,
He's a shrimp possessing the soft flesh of a crab.
Okay,
yes.
again, but how?
Yeah, so he turned me into a shrimp, but the binding is to crustaceans. He is not very familiar with their biology. He saw a shrimp, he turned me into a shrimp. He thought it poetic. But I find after some time spending as shrimp, it is all crustaceans. So I hop to a shrimp, and then to another shrimp, and then to another shrimp. And then I find a magnificent mantis shrimp, which is able to live a little bit longer. I learn to hear the music as this mantis shrimp, see many things. I grow, I grow, I grow. I molt many times. I become very large. I feed off the basin and the light. And now I can project into other crustaceans.
Interesting. How'd you make Percy?
Percy was my attempt to take a friend. See, I hear a choir of voices in the music, and every so often I isolate them to listen for their secrets that they tell me. And I wonder if I could take voice, give voice back to body, see what happened. A few times they do not work out, I smash. But one of them do work out. It was Percy. A small boy, he go into this jack in the box type thing that I constructed for fun, and he is living, he's moving, he's unable to hear music though, and slightly different. And he wandered off on his own. I'm not sure why, but yeah, it's like that.
Okay.
So, Rudiger, if at any point you would like me to attempt to expel Jasper from Brian Craftston, I'm perfectly willing to try.
Seems like a perfectly nice crustacean to me.
Okay, just making sure. He does scare the other animals.
Yeah, they're always like as far away as they possibly can be from him in their pen.
We'll
So
have
they're like on
to
the far side now.
come up with an alternative transportation.
If we got like a tiny cart to have move behind the other cart.
I was thinking on
Craftston
like
cart.
the bench seats that like we drive on, we just like screw a bucket onto like the very front of it.
What if we get you like a specially made hat with some water in it, and he could just ride on your head?
Like a 10-gallon hat.
Would be a little heavy, I think.
It would be a
But
little
I would
heavy,
try it.
but like
5-gallon.
5-gallon. Oh, we'll compromise.
yeah, Defenderverse, thank you for that raid. That is fantastic of you. But like what's that one like creature that's got like it's got water in its head and its head's like a bowl, and if its water ever falls out, it dies.
Out of game, I know. Called the Kappa.
Are you
Yeah.
saying we need to make some sort of Kool-Aid man?
No. I'm saying that's why that hat idea might be a bad idea. I think attaching the bucket to the front of the wagon, that way all the other animals can't see it.
When do we have good ideas? Look, bad ideas are what we roll with around here.
100%.
I don't want a wet hat.
Wait, we've got the bucket. Him and the slime could hang out.
I think the slime might kill him.
I think so.
Slime is not the kind of liquid that I need to be in.
Well, how is the slime react to being in water?
Although, if the slime and me were to be in the same bucket, it would be my bucket after a little bit.
You would kill
We
the
still want
slime.
to keep the slime, I think.
Yeah.
We could get another bucket. Put water in that.
Yeah,
Think
I
that
mean,
there's
2
just buckets lying around?
We can find another bucket.
In a town this size, you're right. There's no chance it could possibly be a second
Another
bucket.
bucket.
Town on a river has no buckets, I'm sure of it.
I mean,
Yeah,
they are on a
that's-
river. What do they need buckets for?
Right?
I don't know. I assume that they have long curly straws to move water around.
Series of interconnected tubes.
Just like the internet.
Yeah.
That's what they call it.
Yeah,
With all
that's how they
this,
move the water.
Quinlan says
Yeah.
back, she's like, well, if you all want to be affiliated with this insane man, I won't stop you. But just know that he'll betray you the second you go against whatever he wants.
Jasper, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Well, that's why I pick my friends more intelligently this time.
Because you
Gotcha.
would?
Rudiger, I can try to expect it. I mean, just
It's
on the table.
that wasn't a yes or a no answer.
I would point out that either way, both Quinlan and Jasper want to head to the same place.
It's true. We don't need to make a
Probably
decision
for
right now.
different reasons, would be my guess.
Oh, yeah.
Opposing reasons, some
Yeah.
might say. But, we excel at diplomacy and reaching strong diplomatic
Quinlan,
solutions that
that's it.
definitely don't involve violence.
That's it. Quinlan and
Definitely don't
Jasper.
involve violence.
We're all going to travel together in a big group up to wherever the hell it is that you're going. And by the time that we get there, we'll have made a decision on who we want to help.
Yeah,
And
that one.
Jasper is like, I like the sound of this idea. But I'm with you and Miss Quinlan. I do not mind. She's like, I will kill him and then myself. I do not.
Well, then both of you don't get anything done.
Yeah, that's a double lose. Like,
Look, and clearly you are a strong and empowered survivor You've been around for a very long time and not offed yourself. So,
Don't start
don't
now.
let this guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as you
Jasper
say, it's
tell you
probably not going to
why
work out
we're at
anyway. So
odds?
He didn't. I was going to ask.
No, I think that was supposed to come up in this conversation here, probably, maybe.
What was?
But if you don't want any of your cool stuff anymore, I'd be happy to take it.
Jasper is someone that I met when I first arrived. I made my way out of the basin. At the time, I didn't know it was because of my bomb that had infused itself with me, protecting me from the blight. But I ran into Jasper and his army. Well, his army, rather. I was brought back, almost executed. Jasper saved me from that, although I can't really feel good about saying saved when I would have been executed because of him. But
He
still,
recognized his mistake and corrected.
Yeah. Sounds like he did it good so far.
he was curious and intrigued by my condition. We decided to work together. I told him everything I knew about Dalior, Gubrin Dalathor, the cultists, Azoi, everything that happened to the basin, the blight. And we decided to set out and destroy the vessel, Azoi, in the center. Although,
Was that the
right
tower?
as we... Yes.
Okay.
Well, you went back to blow it up again.
No,
And Jasper's
it was the
it's
first
big
time.
a cocoon now. There's not much of a tower. It kind of exploded from the bomb that is all over peppering Miss Quinlan now. But it's just a big cocoon now. She says, yes. We were to head out to destroy it. But as we got pretty close to our destination, something overcame Jasper. And you see Jasper's kind of squirming at this part of the story.
Was
He's
it
like,
diarrhea? You don't have to be ashamed.
Magical diarrhea.
we came across a library of sorts.
Oh, was
One
it
of
with those
many
funky
troves of-
black books?
Like this one.
No, you
No.
can't show him that. It's in a spider
Oh,
web.
no.
Those are just the encyclopedias.
Oh, that's
those
right.
are the atlases we
Encyclopedias.
took from the
There was a strange library full of strange books.
Mhm.
Jasper got very curious about them and decided to change the entire expedition to retrieving these books and bringing them back instead of finishing our job. He said we would not be able to get there, but him and I both knew that was not true. And when I pressed him on that, he said I was crazy, getting blighted, and turned his army against me.
Oh, that was kind of a dick move there, Jasper.
That is kind of a dick move, especially over books that you could have just gotten later.
And I did not have enough time to make good decisions, so I make rash decisions. I'm not my best when I have to think on my feet. And he taps all of his crap feet.
You could have just got the books later, dude.
Well, she wanted to move on. I was afraid that destroying them would be a little too hasty. We don't know, as in books. Books are not normally so possessive of their readers, so I was curious.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess I got a question for both of you, right? So, Quinlan, if we go with you to help you, what are we doing? And Jasper, if we go to you to help you, what are we doing?
And they kind of look at each other, and Quinlan says, I'm going there to destroy the vessel in whatever form or cocoon they're in, and hopefully end the blight with it. And Jasper's like, well, is not the word I would use, more of a hatching.
What happens if the cocoon hatches?
Well, there would be no more blight, but a lot more music.
I don't know what that
I
means.
don't know if that's a good thing or not.
I don't know what that
It's a
means.
wonderful thing,
Curious
especially
about
once you can hear it. Everyone will be able to hear
No.
it.
that. Now, let me just. I'm curious. what makes A think that you can control this light cocoon thing when it hatches, and make the music? But also, Quinlan, I'm guessing plan is stab until dead, because you did try to blow it up with a bomb, and that didn't really seem to do the trick. So I guess I'm wondering, what is plan B in terms of killing?
Willem says the bomb wasn't able to go deep enough into the obelisk that the vessel was contained in. But had I been able to finish the job and not been partially exploded, I don't see why I couldn't have just destroyed it with my glaive. I was not in the health to do that at the time. So I had to retreat. And Jasper says, "Oh, it's not so much about controlling. Is the cocoon is containing currently the maestro of the music, so I already know what it is that he wants to do because I have listened to his song for so long.
What does he want to do?
He wants to spread his song to everyone that will listen."
You do know that like not everybody likes the same kind of music, right?
Well, they will.
Yeah.
So what happens to the people when they listen to the music?
Turn into Percy.
Kind of. Not so much like Percy. More like hybrid of what you are and what Quinlan is and what Percy is and what I am.
Crab?
So it
We all join the choir for the same song. It's very beautiful.
Everything together.
Yes.
And would you almost say that you feel compelled by the music, by the song, to go and do this, to make this happen?
Oh, this art is one of the most compelling things there is in the world.
And it certainly hasn't crossed your mind.
Do you not feel compelled when you see a beautiful sculpture, when you hear a piece of music?
In some ways, to go and do this?
I feel like it is more of an obligation than a control.
Yeah. So you're being led to start the Crabster Project?
I do not think I'm not sure what that is meaning.
Means we're all going to get a
Galleon reference.
If only his name was Alan Parsons, then it could be the Alan Parsons Project.
Okay. Here's what we need. So I'm going to go take Brian Crabston and I'm going to hand him to Quinlan. You two
One
stay.
of you must eat the other. No.
No, we know who's going to win. No. You two stay here for a moment. The four of us are going to go have a conversation over here in private.
Yeah.
Try not to kill our crab in the meantime,
folds
please.
her arms, and she taps her glaive, and it turns invisible, and then folds her arms, and then Iana comes out and grabs the crab instead.
Iana, you're a good person. Thank you for helping.
You two be nice or something like that.
Grimaces a little bit. She's like, "Don't be too long, please."
I expect all three of you to be back here when we get back.
Yeah, it won't be too long. There's only an hour and a half left in the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go somewhere where they can't listen in, and let's do a little huddle.
Sure.
Well, honestly, I think Jasper's idea is terrible.
Do we want to try and call out for Minton so we can get some valuable third-party input?
No.
No.
I get the distinct impression that Jasper is
I feel like
being used and being controlled.
I feel like Minton's like the wild card choice here.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I definitely... if Jasper's being controlled, it's 50-50. Is he actively being controlled, or is he just fucking mad? And yeah. But I gotta say, Quinlan, her plan on the surface sounds like the right thing to do. But I gotta tell you, her plan so far sounds garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds
Let's
like
just
I
go
made
up
it.
and just like we're just gonna stab this giant cocoon a few times, and that's it.
It'll be fine.
No,
Yeah, that sounds like a plan I make.
So
We side with Minton and just work on the petting zoo.
Wild card.
well, that is the wild card
That is an
option. Here's my concern, right? If we don't act now,
Mm-hmm.
that means that either Jasper or Quinlan will succeed. Quinlan, if she goes with her plan, she's going to lose, which means Jasper's going to win. He's just going to run down the clock.
Right, which means we all lose.
Yeah, he just has to take a knee and game's over.
Yeah, so as far as I'm seeing our options here, it's
We
stop
have to
Jasper.
eat them both?
It could be. Quinlan's idea.
I mean, beat them both.
Yeah, Quinlan's idea I think needs to happen, just not the way she's planning on making it happen.
You mean
Yeah.
we could be better than her at doing her own plan?
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean.
Just like in the memory.
Yeah,
Mm.
You know what? Yeah, absolutely.
we're going to Kobayashi
messed up
Maru this
setting
thing.
She messed up setting off the bomb. You set off the bomb as intended.
You set off the bomb exactly when you wanted to, unlike her.
From the sound of it, but
Not when she intended, but she didn't tell us when she intended to set off the bomb.
Exactly. But if you
That's
know
right.
when to set off the bomb, you got it.
And maybe instead of going, full force balls to the wall, we'll finesse, sneak in. We could get some practice in. I got to get this guy out of prison.
Yeah, we
That's
gotta do
true.
I
that.
could just,
and,
I could
and I
just
gotta get
teleport over there and just.
I mean, that's something she couldn't do. She couldn't teleport.
I got this dog bite. I thought that was just part of the dream, but it really hurts like hell.
Yeah, we should definitely get this dude out of prison.
As you are itching at that, no one else sees this dog bite.
That's fine. I just figured it was like, that psychosomatic kind of thing. Like he said, it itches. I don't see it. I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, it was an awfully real thing. Like I certainly feel the bruises of getting my ass kicked in that.
Yeah.
I got stabbed a lot, but I totally looked normal.
So here's what I think we're going to do. Here's what I would like to put forward to the group, and then we can decide as a group. That's a better way to phrase that.
Yes.
I say we tell Jasper we're going with his plan. Because
and then we all wink, or we cross our fingers behind our backs.
We're crossing our fingers because, like, Jasper, we don't know what all he's capable of. We keep an eye on him. We keep him close. We go about our business. We learn from him. We find out other ways to take care of this thing. Quinlan, we sneak off and we have a talk with her. Like, listen, you do you. We're going to do us. And we're both going for the same thing. We're going to destroy that fucking cocoon. That way she knows we're not betraying her. We don't have an enemy down the road. We keep Jasper safe. We can make some fucking, a shrimp boil at any point during the trip that we need to. We keep Jasper under control. Quinlan can go through with her idea. It's going to fail, but who knows? It could work. And then we have our own separate plan that we go through with.
Hey, Jasper's got an army, which means either that army will be on our side right up until the fatal moment, or Quinlan will distract it, allowing us to do what we need to do unhindered.
That's true. That's accurate. Yeah. We could
now,
play that army.
Realize we may have to sacrifice Brian Crabston.
I do.
As I say, if need be, I can try to expel Jasper from
that is
Brian
that
Crabston.
is a thought that I've been having going through my head there, Sherman, is that you can try and expel it. And if it comes down to that situation, then I think it's, Brian Crabston, his sacrifice will be for the greater good.
And we will eat him, I'm sure.
It would be rude of us not to.
Well, I wouldn't
That's
really
why
have to say it depends
crabs
on
were
whether he's
put
still
on
got the
this
lips
world.
on him.
Yeah.
If he's still got the lips on him, you can eat him.
And then when all that's done, we're coming back here and we're gonna, show them how a proper petting zoo is done.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true.
You're goddamn right.
So, plan for now. Do you guys all think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're doing the right thing as we
Get
do in
prepped.
all of Joe's campaigns.
Yeah. So here's what we do. We go back, we
Great track
say,
record.
someone got like a piece of paper and a pen or something like that.
You guys can, that'd be within hand wave items.
Yeah. So here's what we do. We go back, we tell Quinlan, sorry, we're teaming up with Jasper. Have fun. Good luck. We're
Here's
all
our
going to
official written apology, wink.
I wouldn't even do
Just on
that
2
because if we hand a note over, I mean, Brian Crabston or Jasper's smart enough, I figure it out. We go, we tell her, we leave. Someone slips her the note after, and it says like, we're going to help you, but we need to learn more from Brian Crabston to get the job done right. You continue on with your plan. We'll help you when we can. And once we find a permanent way to dispatch a Jasper, we'll talk. Or even
I'll get the gist of that written out.
Yeah, either write it out or just even easier, one of us sneaks out like, hey, meet me here later tonight and we can explain it to her face to face.
You're the sneaky one.
Okay.
Yeah, because we still need to make sure that Brian Crabston is Jasper is not there.
Yeah.
Let's see. However, we also still have this matter of we're technically going to the same place yet.
There's a lot of different ways to travel there. And if, we put 5 to 6 miles between us, I mean, we would never know the other person's there. And then, I mean, even if we are in front of her, we could secretly leave her notes. It's something her and I can, if I sneak out tonight, her and I can discuss.
Like we can leave the city to the left and she can leave the city to the right. And then we'll probably never see each other.
Yeah.
Secondary question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do with Percy?
I'm fine with just leaving him to be dismantled.
Do we need to do something with him?
I don't think we need to do anything with him right now. I mean, theoretically,
I'm fine avoiding him for the rest of my life, honestly.
Yeah. Well, and you got to think of it like this. If we destroy this cocoon thing, which is where this music maestro
That'll
is,
probably undo Percy.
Yeah, it could resolve that issue for us. And he's out there hurting birds, which sucks.
Better than hurting people.
Yes.
Better than hurting our birds.
Yes.
Also that, yeah.
If Puff and Daddy ever comes to harm, it's going to be game on with Percy.
It's fucking game over for Percy. But yeah, let Percy go out there and pester birds. And hopefully us destroying the maestro removes his song and he just becomes a big hunk of metal.
Hooray. So yeah, okay, I'll go get a bucket.
Okay. All right, so let's go let her know that we're teaming up with Jasper. I'll slip her the note and we'll meet up with her. I'll meet up with her later tonight and explain all of this to her. What time of day is it?
It's getting kind of later in the day.
Okay.
It's probably about like 4 or 5-ish.
Okay. Well, after that, let's grab some food, get a good night's rest, and tomorrow's goal will be prison
Bust
break.
a dude out of jail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure this is the same day. Or no, this is the second day that you guys have been in town because you stayed one night.
Yeah, we did. And then
then
start of the second day is when the fight at the teleport circle happened.
Yes.
And we're still
And
on
the
that
meeting with
day.
the spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, the days have not
kind
advanced.
of traveled around a little bit.
Yeah.
So
And we still got to go
taking
look
some
at
time.
candy too.
Oh yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Maybe we could have some of that before bed.
I think we should just go rest up for the night. It's getting late. By the time we get home, get eaten, bathe, get the animal sorted.
Yeah.
Where are you going to tell Quinlan to meet you?
Like a halfway point between where we're staying and where we're at right now.
Somewhere where there's no crustaceans.
That's a good idea.
Right on the riverbank, right?
Stay away
Definitely
from the
not
red
on the
lobster.
riverbank. Yeah. I was just thinking if I know there's a bar or a tavern.
They can't serve seafood.
Is there a burger joint?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll presume that in our travels I saw a burger
Those
joint.
quarter pounders.
Yeah,
That's right.
that'll get us sued.
Oh, hell yeah.
They're called McDoubles. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we'll head there.
That quarter pounder was my character's
It's
restaurant.
not. It's
It
not
was.
burgers.
Oh,
it's
that's
sausage.
right.
Absolutely.
That's why
A
Joe
real,
said
a
that.
real hero.
It all
burger
loops
down
around.
sausages.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll tell her to meet in the note we'll say meet me at Quarter Pounders, at midnight.
That's actually how you know we're doing the right thing now, is because quarter pounder was obviously a good guy, and he doesn't deal with crustaceans.
Mhm.
Joe, quit figuring out stuff on the map. We can see your mouse cursor moving.
Trying to figure out where quarter pounders would be.
On every other street corner because they're so
just down the street
successful.
from Matt
Yeah.
Pounders.
We'll say it's gonna be pretty close to where you guys are sleeping. Probably
Okay.
like in this area.
That's fine. Yeah, tell her to meet me at Quarter Pounders at midnight. I'll run the plan by her so she knows what's up. She knows that we're not screwing her over. We're
Okay.
double agents.
Yes.
Sneaky.
We're
So
gonna
sneaky.
be so good at this whole like espionage intrigue
gonna go
thing.
great,
It's
yeah.
really our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we need to like get wigs or something,
I don't think so because we're just
or just glasses with
Makeup.
no lenses?
Nice makeup.
well,
Steel sheets in our pants for when this bites us in the ass.
listen. The person that we're tricking here is the person who already knows us, or the mantis shrimp that already knows us. So I think Jasper would find it weird if all of a sudden we all showed up in wigs and sunglasses and started talking to him in weird voices.
Would be hilarious.
Also, you get
but
the
weird.
sense that Jasper isn't directly seeing out of the eyes. Like he's been confused on some of the physical details
Okay.
of people.
So
Crustaceans
wigs are
don't
back
have
on
eyes.
again.
Wigs are back on.
Wigs are more off, is what I was trying to imply. Like he seems to see people's like essence not there.
Oh, okay.
So we need a
Magic
different-
wigs.
Why does your magical
Magic wigs.
fingerprint have weird hair? Oh, it must be hair from real person because your hair has one essence and then you have a different one.
Something like
Yeah.
that. But, all right, so you guys go back with this plan. Someone's slipping her the note while you all say this.
Yeah. I'm the slippiest noticed, so
Yeah, I was gonna say.
why don't I take that while the rest of you let her know?
The test is either going to be like slipping it to her during this confrontation or slipping away later.
I would like
Two.
to slip it. Well, probably I'll slip it to her assistant.
Okay.
I think that would be, but it would be like a sleight of hand kind of.
Yeah.
As we take Brian, the note goes into her hand. That's
Mhm.
what
Yeah. Definitely conceal test then.
Yeah.
So we'll say you guys come back up. Quinlan's just kind of staring at Jasper. Seems to be like you see his claws moving around a bit, like he's talking and saying something. And she's just not having it. As you guys come back, like, well, have you decided on whether or not you want to spend more time with this insane crab?
Yeah, about that. I think we're just gonna say sorry we bothered you, and maybe we'll kind of go our separate ways on this. And of course, we'll take Jasper back off your hands. No problem.
I will give you so
Yeah.
far he hasn't like drugged us.
Yeah, right now he's just a really weird attraction for our petting zoo. So
Yeah, he hasn't harassed us for doing a bad job in your memories with no directions.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Well,
while I'm taking Brian Crabston too back from the assistant, that's when I'm gonna palm her the note.
oh yeah.
And I got 3 successes on that.
Nice.
With 3 successes,
not even
you're
she knows
pretty
you gave it to
confident.
her.
Yeah, you're
What
very
the
confident
speak?
that Jasper did not see, that Iana like sees it, understands
Yeah.
something, and then makes eye contact with Quinlan, who also sees
Okay.
it.
Very cool.
And
I'm great
Jasper
with that.
seems to be unaware. This is all happening like underneath
Yeah.
him.
Sounds.
He says, "Oh, I'm happy to see you are taking the irrational choice. We will do great things together. That's why I picked you up."
Well, if Quinlan knew how to speak as eloquently as you do, things may be different.
Oh, well, I guess it's not where
Melodically,
she
one
is
might
from.
even say.
Oh. With that, you guys slink away.
Yeah.
I'll say we can fast forward, unless there's anything you wanted to do right now.
Just attach a bucket to the front of the wagon.
Yeah, that would be it. Just give Jasper his riding seat up front. Other than that, I am ready for rest.
Yeah. And when we need
As
to go out and have our diversion, we can do some fitting tests while Chuck's just conveniently talking.
You see, there are 2 guards too that have a poster of one of the street jellies, and they're walking around talking to people like kind of far down the street from where you guys are. On the opposite side.
Why would they be looking for that?
It.
What does the poster say?
You can't read what it said. They're pretty far away. It just has like a picture of a street jelly on it, and it seems like they're showing that as like this is what they're talking about.
I'll scroll
but they're pretty far down the street.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, and they're like on the they're on the side that you guys wouldn't be going through, but you just see that they're poking around looking for it.
Catch from the group to go check it out.
Okay. To go over, and they're talking to some random people in the area, and they're all just kind of shaking their heads, and then they all seem confused, like, why would I take a jelly off the street? Those burn you. When they're like, I don't know. We were just told that someone scooped one up in a bucket. So we're looking around for whoever did that. I don't know why. We're more curious as to why, but it's also illegal.
Oh, why is it illegal?
They're city property, these street jellies. They're bred and very expensive, and we train them to not attack people. And
they're trainable. That's interesting. I wouldn't have thought jellies are trainable.
Yeah, they are when domesticated, as these ones have, which is part of why they're so expensive. City has a few of them. They are trained to not, eat people's pets and children, or
sneak into like taverns and eat the face off of the passed out drunk and that sort of thing.
Yeah, type of thing. They're trained to have their own little circuit to go through, pick up junk. People know to stay away from them. We don't have very many incidents or anything like that. So a little out of the ordinary. Do you know anything about this?
I don't. I'm from out of town, but I've never seen these jellies here. I'm glad I know. I'm not gonna, poke one out of curiosity. Certainly. What's the fine or what's the punishment for something like that?
Well, kind of depends on why they did it, but several gold and usually a day or two in the jail.
Yeah.
And if you don't have anything to pay, then perhaps a game or two in the Coliseum.
Oh. So you put the poor people who can't pay their fine in the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah. That's a big part of the commerce.
Interesting. All right.
City going.
Just like real
like
life.
you're gonna kill them on sight or anything, or
nah.
It's like real life.
Nothing like that. We're sophisticated here. We don't attack people in the street.
We let the poor people kill each other in the Coliseum.
Exactly.
where it can be.
We charge people for that.
Yeah.
Society.
They find a way to make money off of it one way
They
or
pay their debt by dying.
Absolutely. Like, well, if you don't know anything, I guess if you get any leads on someone that stole a jelly for some reason, let us know. But somewhere around here. And they both seem like more confused than anything, but
Yeah, I mean, is there like someone that, is there like a slime wrangler or just someone that checks on them regularly? Like,
Would they call it a slime rancher?
I mean, every so often we lose one.
I beat you
I
to
was
it,
getting
Dan.
there, but my mouth was
But
full. My mouth was
We've
full.
never got a report of someone stealing one. That's especially
that's weird. But
mutilated
I
at first
suppose
and
if
then
it's worth a
cramming it
lot of
into a
money,
bucket.
I
Mutilated's
guess
a strong
somebody keep
word.
an eye on it.
Yeah, I mean, they're worth a lot of money to the city, but I don't know how much they'd be worth to like an individual.
You know, it's probably someone being like, "Oh, I'm liberating it. Oh, it's served a life of oppression." People say silly things.
Yeah, something like that.
College students.
All right. Well, I just had to come and check this out. I
Students.
gotta get going. I gotta get to my room. It's getting late. Well, good luck in your
And I'd
search.
be like, let us know, I guess, if you see anything, or
Sure,
report to one of
will
the
do.
several guard posts. You walk off, and they continue to just ask random people. They're pretty much stopping everyone, showing them this paper.
When I catch
You
up,
guys slink away.
I will inform them of what I've learned.
Yeah.
Group vote. Do we keep it because it's trained to not hurt people? Great addition to the petting zoo, with not literal petting. Or do we sneak off and just dump it somewhere and
Go on with their business? But
Yeah.
imagine all the stables and, just the general waste that we don't have to clean up if we have a slime.
Also,
You
we
just
know
plan
they
on
can be
pooping on it.
trained. What? Imagine if we trained it to fetch or something.
I mean, it's basically like an eternal litter box, really.
Yeah.
So we're
It's
keeping the
always
slime.
clean.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
this, and I'll tear out a page from our notebook that we wrote our message on, and I'll just throw it at the slime.
Oh, that's right.
Check
we
that
named
out.
him Ivan Ooze. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
It just
did. Well, you did.
dissolves.
I mean, we could
Slowly.
just put like a grate and a trough and just put them under it and just let the stuff fall down right on them. And then we'd never even have to
Well,
clean
then
it.
it can explore and
At least while we're in the city, I think we need to keep it
Low
hidden.
profile.
Yeah. I definitely think in the future there's an option to like we do like a mesh floor to the wagon. That way when animals
Do
make
their stuff,
waste, it falls through the mesh, the slime eats it.
It's the
basically
circle of life.
installing a false bottom effectively into the wagon.
Yeah.
That was what I was going for.
I picked it up. Yeah.
Now that
And we could hide our coins in there.
Do they
And we
dissolve
wouldn't have
coins?
to shovel poop all day.
They don't eat the coins, but they'll be nice and shiny when we pull them out.
It did seem to have a hard time dissolving like whatever was the foil stuff on this coupon that you picked up. So it seems like it has a harder time with metals.
Okay. Well, we'll keep the slime low profile till we get out of town. Then we can sort it out.
yeah, we should probably have like a decoy bucket, the one with Crapston in it.
Oh yeah.
Somebody
they'll be
sees
like,
us with a
"Excuse me,
bucket,
sir,
they'll be
that's
like,
a-"
"Excuse me, let me." Yeah, sorry.
But
Go
yeah,
ahead.
this is water.
This wasn't what you were looking for.
Perfect
was it?
normal
It's our
talking
pet
crab.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
no slime in this bucket. No slime in this bucket. Just talking crab.
With
But-
lips.
Yeah. Yeah.
They fail their occult fear check.
yeah.
Okay.
All right. With that, we'll fast forward. It's nighttime, dinner time, or around like a little bit later in the evening.
Yeah.
You guys have made it past your hotel, and then you're in tavern, and then now you're making it back to Quarter Pounders. How are you? Or I guess I'm going to assume that you're leaving like Jasper in the cart, like
Yeah.
at
I
the
don't think
tavern.
we're all going to Quarter Pounders as much as I want to, because we need to like
Yeah, we
make
could
sure
say
Jasper's
Alex
still.
is watching the
Sure.
cart and stuff.
Okay.
Doesn't want to
I
go.
thought Rudiger was just gonna be the one going to.
I am certainly sneaky enough, but if we have a good way to stash Jasper, like if he's with the cart and Gareth is babysitting him, I think all four of us could go. It may be better for us to make our case with all of us.
We're gonna go get some burgers. Do you guys want anything?
We don't even tell him that. No, we just have.
We
Okay,
pretend
good
like we're
night.
sneaking off for burgers without Gareth.
I wouldn't even say that. We
we're
just
dicks.
sneak out the fucking window at the night and don't make any excuses.
Yeah.
If we get caught,
let's
that's
say-
when we say we're having burgers.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back with like fistfuls of burgers, though.
I'm okay with that.
You guys make it off. You eventually find Quarter Pounders. How do you picture Quarter Pounders looking, Dan? Because it was
Gosh,
your guys' restaurant.
I mean, now I gotta think about it. It's got to be over the top, of course.
I was thinking like one of those like nostalgia retro.
Like the 50s diner or whatever.
Yeah, like the Spangles.
Yeah, there's like lots of
for those
weird
of us in
shapes.
Kansas.
Shapes.
Lots of like weird arrangements of raised tables and really uncomfortable stools.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there also has to be because Quarter Pounder was a monk or something, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also got to be some inordinate amount of like fists with burgers in them or something, or burger fist memorabilia.
Something like that. It's like a fist holding a burger. Just
that's the
Big
logo.
Fist holding a burger in like a power pose kind of thing.
Yeah, something like that. All right. Yeah, you guys are hit with the very greasy but still good smelling burger smell as you come in. You look around and you kind of know to look for Quinlan. She's still wearing her thing that makes it hard for her to see, but she's kind of off in one of the corners, and you're able to make your way over. She has a booth. One of those, like, it's kind of like one of those big round ones, and she's sitting like
the corner booth.
Yeah. She stands as you guys approach and says, "You wanted to speak?"
Oh, yes, we did.
We might eat too, though.
Yeah, we're definitely ordering some food. Yeah, we kind of decided that what Jasper wants is absolutely insane and has to be stopped.
I'm happy to hear that you're aware of that.
But also, we realized that having Jasper out there working on his plans unattended is also dangerous.
I suspect there's a reason he hasn't achieved it already. And that's he's been out there this entire time.
Yeah.
And if it was as easy as whatever he's been doing on his own, he would have done it already.
Yeah.
So I don't know why, but there's something about you people or people like you that is probably integral to whatever his plan is.
Yeah, so that's kind of our plan. We're going to travel with Jasper, and we're going to lead Jasper to believe that we are on his side working for the same goal, so we can learn what the hell is it that he's got up his crustated sleeve. When we can, we'll pass information along with you, along to you. And yeah, we're gonna try and find a way to destroy that cocoon thing. Find out what Jasper's plan is, and try and stop that as well. So yeah, we're gonna be working in parallel on this. You keep doing what you're doing. If we find valuable information, we'll try and find a way to get it to you. If we find ways to help you, we'll do the same. And you do the same for us. And we'll keep an eye on Jasper and learn what his secrets are.
Finland, I got a question for you. Because you kind of pointed something out about Jasper, but it also holds true for you. I mean, your goal is to just go in there and kill this thing. What's prevented
Yes.
you from doing it before? You're hundreds of years old.
I have been trying to find people to go along with me. I'm not strong enough by myself. I've been very busy with other matters, such as the East Lock Initiative.
That's fair. Those guys are
And
dicks.
yes, they have been particularly barbaric in their practices and what they've been doing with people. And I worry that my efforts would not only make their lives worse immediately upon completing what I'm trying to do, but that's mainly what I've been busy with. I've liberated a great number of people from their captivity. That's what our little village has been up in the mountains.
Do you know how to get those bracelets off?
Why? Does someone have them on?
Well, we knew a guy who had them, but we freed him.
Well, you still had them.
He had the bracelet, but he was going off
We were
on
actually
his own.
going to go meet him. To see
He
about
had
that.
a friend who also
It-
had the bracelets and had his keyword there.
Oh yeah, it didn't turn
Did
out
you
good.
remove the bracelets while he was still alive?
I don't know. We weren't the ones who did it.
I'm trying to remember what happened because one dude we killed and then removed the bracelet.
You were ambushed by 3 like riflemen and 2 wizards that had their bracers on, so they were just kind of crudely attacking with weapons.
Yeah.
All debtors. And you killed all of the riflemen. You spared the lives at first of both of the wizards, and then you asked them if they would continue to do what they were doing, and one of them hesitated, so you executed him.
I feel like that was still the right decision.
Terrified.
How would you like to tell that story, Rudigar?
Deegan did avail himself of those shackles.
Mhm.
So yeah, we've got those. Quarter pounders.
But
Thank you. Yeah.
You guys, you get your food. And but you killed the guy while he still had the bracers on. She says if they have the bracers on and they have been working there, they do not want to remove them. They're probably already exposed to the blight, and it will spread very quickly the second those bracers are removed.
Oh.
So they're like anti-blight bracers or something?
Yeah.
They, well, like I said earlier, the Mara, your innate magic ability is what the blight feeds off of. And the more of it you have, if any, it spreads through you using that. It consumes it like a cancer. So that's how they're able to send people out that are infected with blight to find more people. Although they don't tell them that, they say that it's to inhibit their casting abilities, which it does.
Yeah.
But it also prevents them from becoming blighted if they were to remove them.
Yeah.
Which is why they're not really worried about sending those people out, because they're dead either way. They're either not going to be able to do anything magic when they usually come back because they want it. And if it gets removed, they just become blighted people wherever they are. And
a win-win for the assholes.
That's why they're comfortable sending them out.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to keep that guy from taking off his bracelet.
Yeah, it's a bit late for that. He's kind of far ahead of us. Well, at the very least, if they're successful, we know whatever's happening at Cathris is going to come to a pretty big, nasty end.
Yeah.
You sent him to Kethris with those bracers on, and he's from Eastlock.
Yeah.
He was originally from Kethris,
Oh,
if I recall correctly.
That sounds right.
Or from
I think-
near there.
Matthias
He was a
was.
healer.
I think Deegan was from the south.
Was he?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
I know
don't
the
think
Inquisitor was.
Deegan was particularly because he didn't know anyone up there. Like you did your
that's right.
contact role to
Yeah.
yeah. But Matthias is from there. Deegan was not.
Well, actually, that's not necessarily. Okay, this is going to sound bad, but it's not necessarily the worst thing, I guess, if there's a breakout of blight, because the Inquisitors have a secret sect within them that used to work for Jasper, that like to use magic.
Yeah.
there have been a fair number of Inquisitors that are working with the Eastlock as well,
Mm-hmm.
and
We know they're
they're
kind of
not.
jerks.
Yes, it's complicated. They don't identify themselves very well, but there are members of the Inquisition that are acting in good faith, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
They totally believe the lie that Jasper weaved, that the people that were there before are what caused all of this. Because until I showed up, I was no one knew that. I'm one of the only surviving people from the events that transpired that are aware that this came from Dalior. Everyone else in world Jasper, until he had met me, assumed that the country that was there before were the ones dabbling in stuff and brought it upon themselves. But
You
that's not the
you
case.
mentioned Jasper going after some library
Yeah.
before.
Hey, Lollygaggers,
Yes.
thank you for that raid.
Hey, what
Hey guys,
what do you know about those? Is that like the books that the Inquisition's looking for?
she would describe a scene that's very familiar to a vision that you've had, John.
Oh boy.
That was not a current time vision. That was a flashback to where the books came from that you were given. So she would recount, yes, they, for whatever reason, there are several troves that you kind of saw in the flashback that I brought you along for. The cultists had collected several artifacts, keepsakes. I'm not sure why. I think they believed that there was going to be some sort of ring or some sort of thing that would
John,
happen
thank you for
once
those
they made it
bits.
to the surface.
That is
Oh, yeah,
fantastic.
But I believe the cultists thought that the summoning was just the first part of some sort of era they were going to bring.
Yeah.
And them being summoned into the surface and all dying was not really a part of that plan.
John, I'm sorry, Joe, that is a trouble purchase for you.
Oh,
Okay. No.
Hooray.
Hooray. I mean,
But what are the books actually about? Do you know? Like, what is it they can do?
like if you had one and you could read it, like
the books are, from what little I extracted from Jasper before he turned on me and turned his people on me, they seem to be a collection of information that was inscribed from people that were a part of Azoi, people that had fused with his blighted, willed consciousness. So they contain just the secrets and whatever things that anyone had been a part of it from the entirety of Azoi's creation. Like he's been around for quite a long time, has absorbed quite a number of people.
What are the odds it's just like a cookbook?
Or what are the odds that within those pages would be the key to destroying Azul?
I wouldn't be surprised if either of those things were there. I don't know if they are particularly choosy about what they even put in the books. I think it's just them inscribing anything. They probably write down any information they hear from that music as religious knowledge from Azoi.
Like, do you know how to read the music books?
I've never tried, so I do not. I
Just gives me
suppose
a
Jasper
headache.
probably does, though.
Well, we're going to be traveling with this Jasper.
So far, it just makes my head hurt.
That's fair.
That's probably... It probably only makes your head hurt because you're this far away from where Zoe is. I bet reading them in close proximity is a bit more dangerous.
So figure out how to read them here sooner than later.
I suppose.
If
Because
we were to have such things.
If we were to have such things.
it had a noticeably stronger influence over Jasper the second he stumbled upon them in the basin, as opposed to when he mulled about them back in Catharus.
Do you think that's part of what kind of made him go all mental for the music?
I think that is what made him first understand whatever he calls the music. Yes, I think that's a large part of it. He described it as it was noise that he wasn't even aware was there. Then he heard it was noise, and then it became music. Shortly upon finding these books.
Interesting. Well, I'm still waiting for my chicken sandwich. We went to a place called Quarter Pounders, and I ordered the chicken, of course.
Of course you did.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Chicken's terrible.
You all get your food. Yeah. Yeah, they haven't changed the oil in a while. It's like a little bit browned.
Yeah.
Like,
I've literally had that
chicken?
experience. Went to a steak place with a friend. He ordered the chicken and went, "This chicken's not very good."
Imagine
you don't
that.
Say.
You went to a place that's not what they serve, and
That's okay. Quarter Pounder had a friend
it
called
is,
Big
but
Chicken, so
he
I would
did.
imagine
He did actually.
Did have a friend called Big Chicken. I
So
think maybe
maybe
that was a separate restaurant. I thought
Yeah.
there was a
Quarter Pounders like made a Quarter
there's a
Pounder
cup of chicken restaurant. Oh,
there was a big
Yeah.
falling out, and so there was kind of like a split in the corporate structure.
I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
really so much of a falling out, so much as like we just operated restaurants on opposite sides of the street of each other.
they're
we
actually owned
waved.
by the same guy.
They're
But
owned by two,
competition
Particular
is
about food not
themselves.
touching.
Oh, yeah.
owned by two best friendos.
With this, Quinlan says, I appreciate you informing me of this. So now if we come across each other on our trek out, I won't strike you down.
Appreciate that.
That sounds ideal.
Yeah.
In fact,
Although, depending on how enthralled you become in whatever Jasper's plans are, that might still be what ends up happening.
That's fair. That's fair. We'll try and leave information for you on things we find.
In a strange way, your mucking about of my testing makes me more confident you won't be of much use to Jasper.
That's a really
Thanks.
rude way to a rude thing to say to someone who's trying to help you.
That was totally the plan all along, right?
yeah, obviously.
I still
How do you
think
feel
I
about
won that
spiders,
scenario.
Quinlan?
I understand there was a bomb.
I understand that there's a pitchfork out there in the world I need.
Also true.
Because maybe I'll send messengers via spider.
Oh, that's really cool.
That would be great.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
You could have like
Should give you
spider webs that say some info.
with the mention
It
of
just said-
Or he's some pig.
with you saying message. She sets a small stone cylinder in your hand, and she has a paired one. If you hold this and you speak into it, it'll transmit a message. Put it to your ear. If there are any messages waiting to be heard,
You're
You
going
will
to
hear that.
regret this. Absolutely, Gohar.
Does it have a name? How do we turn it on?
Yes.
Is there a command word?
no.
If we fart,
You just
near
have to
will
hold
you
it like
hear
this. You have to. She holds it up and pinches it between her fingers and speaks to it. You just have to do this.
All right, I'm
And
keeping
if you
it
put it up to your ear
in my
while
butt
holding it that
pocket.
way.
He was waiting for it. I knew that's immediately where it was gonna go. I was like, it's gonna go in somebody's ass immediately.
Yeah, I mean
It
that's the
doesn't
safest place
record
for it.
sound. It records words.
Okay, good.
So I got to step up my fart game, is what I'm hearing.
Well, what you got to do is before you fart, you got to say, some words.
Yeah, that way we can get them both at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh boy, this is a really bad one.
Again, it sends words. That is all.
Okay. We
You
believe.
know, I gotta wonder
If you
what kind of
hold
a
up-
funky wizard had to test that out. You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Yeah. It's like it's not like I'm going to hear your voice telling me the words. It's going to be some approximation of the words told to me by the stone.
Pretty much. And if you would have held up the thing to your ear there, John, you hear the words that she said into it, but almost like in your own voice reading it back to you as if you were like reading something in your head.
Okay, interesting.
So I need to start tricking you into thinking that you sound like farts. So then the words we send you will sound like farts.
It's a really weird
I can take this
Pavlov's
back
dog.
if you really don't want it.
No, it's fine. Thank
But-
you. This is
No, we're good.
wildly
we're good.
useful.
Yeah,
Yes.
their fried potatoes here are pretty good.
Oh,
Yeah. So I think we're just gonna have to like try and layer in some like suggestive words into the middle of the things we're telling her.
Mhm.
It delivers everything in ASMR.
We'll say everything in Carney except for instead of is, it'll be poop.
okay. Well,
Well, if
you
there's
can
nothing
leave.
else
We're eating.
that you would like to
Yeah.
spend my time with,
Yeah,
I will be.
I think we're done wasting your time. We are on the same page though. So
Yep.
Or
Wonderful.
adjacent at least.
Yeah.
I hope to not have to kill all of you in the future.
Listen,
I don't want to
me
die.
too.
Listen, we're making great headway. You don't need to bring that energy to the table.
Yeah, like who's gonna take care of all our pets if you kill us?
Yeah.
Are you gonna do
I
it?
say that as I genuinely hope I don't have to.
Okay.
So take that as you will.
Okay, because if you do, like the pets are all on you.
I'll think about it. And she leaves.
It takes a lot of work to take care of them.
She puts her hood up and clicks her staff again. It's invisible. She leaves.
Joe, people in chat want to know what this strange little man icon is on the map.
The what?
I'm pinging it.
Oh, yeah, I see. It does kind of look like
Oh.
a strange man.
It does look like a guy. That is the holy symbol of Daedriel.
Oh.
That's a Church of Daedriel right there.
It's not quite Chanel.
I just drew random stuff in MS Paint. And I was like, oh, it looks like a holy symbol, I think.
Yeah,
nice.
sure. Out of all the symbols
It
I've
might
seen,
be
it
something
could be.
else.
I could see that on a stick.
Mhm.
Waggle in
Yeah,
a
this
holy
is-
fashion.
Plus, imagine getting
Daedriel's-
bonked by that. It's got
This
like
is the
multiple
Echo
pointy
Warden
parts.
symbol here.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like a halberd.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got one of those that's been empowered by bobbleheads.
Oh.
You do. All right. With your meeting, you make your way back to the tavern. You all rest for the night, unless there's anything else you're wanting to do, I'm assuming.
No, I would very
Rest.
much like a rest for the night.
Rest. We desperately need rest because our
Yes.
stats
As you
are
guys
all depleted.
All of the conditions that you got from the seance vision thing clear.
God.
Oh, good, because I had a couple of them.
They were all illusory.
Oh man, I forgot
As you,
about
like,
the menace
reflect,
one
so-
where a random animal or creature is obsessed with following you. I forgot about that one.
You would have been seeing something. I forgot you had that too, but you would have been seeing something that's not actually there. Like all of these would have been affecting you guys, but not actually affecting you.
Oh, that's right. We have a
Um,
long rest button now.
We
You
sure do.
because there are different types of long rests.
Yes.
I took the all because my physical and mental were both 0.
Oof.
Now I've
I
got
do
Only
like
3
down one
and
mental, so
2.
good.
the character sheet has improved quite a lot since we
Uh,
Oh
started.
yeah.
Okay. So
So
yeah,
Joe,
when you
Luck
do,
comes back
published, you're
from
also
long rest. Yeah.
gonna bundle it with the
The what?
VTT module, right?
Yes, I'm eventually going to make a VTT module for all this. What were you saying, Jake?
Does luck restore on a long rest?
Any burnt attribute, you get 1 attribute point per long rest.
Good, because I had 1 spent. And
I need to
now
get a little more water, so I will be right back.
goodbye.
Yeah, you get 1 attribute point per long rest. There is an advance that lets you spend luck on any test. And if you get that one, you always recover 1 point of luck in addition to any other. So you can get 2 luck back or 1 and 1 luck. But other than that, it's always 1 per. Or you can see, like, if you were really down, you could see like a healer that would help for some resource exchange. But naturally, 1 point a day or long rest. Alrighty. It's the next day. You have 2 days left to get your friend Iskar from the dungeon.
Yeah,
Well, I think first thing we should probably do is scout out the location a bit.
that is exactly what I was thinking.
All right. And it is kind of back to where you guys were. So you guys moved all the way down here. Why is that moving so slow?
I don't know.
But the dungeon thing is like right here. It's basically, if you go to the Coliseum and go straight north into the wall, it's built underneath the wall there.
Okay.
So as you go back to that area, you scout out a bit. You see that it is like underground. It is built into it. Every so often you see grates and things that kind of look like wells that are just kind of topped off and they have a little bit of a top, but it's just got a grate and it kind of lets light into the underground sections there. And you don't see any access like doors or anything. So you're not really sure how people get brought into it at first as you're just kind of walking around. But as you're investigating, John,
Yes.
you would eventually have that same sort of feeling as like a spider web breaks across your face as you follow that trail.
Okay.
You see there's a tiny spider that crawls out of one of these grates and sits and perches on the edge of it, and it looks at you and it kind of does like the waving thing that jumping spiders do.
Mm-hmm.
Calls
Like
you
kinda-
over.
All right, kind of come over. Got something for me, buddy?
And it moves back and forth, does a little bit of a dance, and then it jumps onto the grate and it walks over to the edge. And you see that it's walking towards like a bit of the grate where it's been fastened, and you see it's been loose. Like there's a bunch of bits where the rock has been broken away.
Okay.
And after you look at it for a little bit, it looks like the grate's just sitting there. And every place that it's been fastened has been broken at some point.
Okay.
So this grate could just be removed.
All right. I'm gonna take a casual look around to see if there's anybody else over here besides us.
There's people sparsely kind of walking around, but not a whole lot. This is like right against the wall, and you're on the other side of it. So you're like on the north side of this wall.
Okay.
And people here and there. You don't see any guards, but occasional.
Okay.
If you're loud, it seems like people might look over, but if you're
Okay.
quiet and quick, you might be able to.
All right, then I'm gonna try to. Is it the opening gonna be big enough for me to scuttle down into?
Yes. Yeah, it's probably like a good 4 feet across.
All right, then yeah, I'll move the grate and I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna put the grate back, If the rest of you want to work as lookouts, or if you want to come with me, it's up to you.
I would like to come with you just in case some secret, sneaky, scouty stuff has to happen.
Sure.
No way I can help you out.
We'd say that Alex works as the
To look out.
lookout
Okay.
first.
Cool.
Yep. You guys are able to position your petting zoo too in a way that it kind of blocks the
Nice.
access of this. You all remove the grate. You climb down into prison.
You.
Are
Do you
we
hear
getting
water
started with
dripping
making good decisions
every so
while he's
often?
gone?
Oh,
Okay.
my batteries are low on my headphones.
Oh my
Hopefully they don't
gosh.
die. But you hear that there's like water dripping every so often. You hear footsteps and talking that kind of echo, but they sound very far away every so often. You climb down and drop, and you're in a room that looks very much like this image here, where there's like a big metal grate that seems to lead into a big hallway, and that goes kind of towards the south, towards the Colosseum. And then you see if there's some smaller wooden doors, and then there's a set of wooden doors, like double wooden doors behind you that go deeper into the prison.
Okay. Did our little spider friend come with us?
It stayed up there and was
Okay.
kind of hopping, and then it climbed down partially, and it seemed to get like wincy and twitchy as it tried to go down, and it comes back up.
Okay. All right. So it looks like we're kind
Seems
of
to not like being inside the dungeon.
Fair. All right. I guess kind of move forward, checking out some doors. Looks like there's some
Okay.
doors.
Yeah. So you look around the doors in here. A few of them are open. It looks like they've got crates of things just kind of positioned. You see there's some scrap metal. One of the rooms is full of like broken shackles that need to be repaired, and then sets of new shackles. You see a bunch of wood planks that look like they're meant for either repairing crates or putting together beds, that type of thing. Just a bunch of scrap wood.
Quick question for you, Joe. Do the town guards, do they wear like a standard uniform?
Yes.
Okay. Could
Easy to
I
recognize.
use my it's going to be a bit of a stretch, but I'd like to try to use my arachnomancy to like redo our outfit so that they look like the uniforms.
I mean, spiders do spin silk, so
Yeah.
Gonna have
Sure.
such fine clothing.
I'll say you can definitely attempt that for sure.
Okay.
Depending on how many successes you get, it'll be how far away you can be, that it's
Okay.
effective.
I'd recommend you roll nothing but successes for this.
You think?
Just maybe. I feel like that's a really meaningful
yeah.
contribution there.
Mhm.
In case you were thinking about not rolling successes, perhaps.
Okay. Joe, just to let you know, I'm just gonna like roll it as feral, but it's using my arachnomancy.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to figure out how to, because the custom is like a different type of table, and I don't know how to get the
Yeah, that's fair.
macro to read it yet.
All right. And would this be society as context?
Yes.
Right.
Society or Warren, because you're in a Warren area now.
Ooh.
One success.
I'm gonna push. So not worth it.
Actually, we can work on this a little bit
Oh,
since
that's
we're getting
true.
close to the end of the night, and I rolled my 2d6s. I can change one of those into a 6 and one of them into a 5.
Okay.
If there's value in that, so then
I mean,
you have
it
two
takes
successes.
drops of damage.
So
Yeah.
if you could change one of the ones into a 6. If you change the first one into a 5, that would be a success because that's an
That
empowered die.
Exactly. We could get to 3
Okay.
successes.
All right.
Yeah. And it would
Yeah.
be 1 damage still.
Yeah, I can take it. So yeah,
All
we'll do
right,
that.
with that, you guys spend a moment. You kind of are tucked away in one of these rooms. You have these spiders climb all over you, and they're kind of messing with your fabric, and they're weaving these different colors and stuff. And you have pretty effective looking guard uniforms. It's pretty much only if someone's like directly next to you and they're looking at it
Really hard.
will they get kind of confused. Maybe like it's not going to reflect light and stuff the same way that metal does. It's all the right colors. So there'll be like little things that if people are really trying to pay attention to it. But just at first glance, like everyone's going to assume, oh, this is guard apparel.
Makes it a little
It's
easier.
like wearing the ripped muscle T-shirt. You know, obviously everybody thinks that those are your muscles until they
Yeah.
get up there and touch them.
Yeah, then the
Yeah.
illusion breaks.
Uh,
Exactly.
Very
Yeah.
similar to that. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
very
like-
similar.
Yeah.
Definitely
All
have a
right.
6-pack.
Yeah.
Or the
All
apron
right.
with the flip out penis thing.
Oh,
Yeah, the dick towel.
Yeah, thick towel.
Yep.
That's a way to describe that.
That's an Always Sunny thing.
It is.
It's a good one.
I haven't seen it, but it's a good show. from what
You
bits
can
I have
just
seen.
look up the clip for just that on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's from a great episode.
As you guys are in here, you notice the spiders that you're commanding to do this, that you're
Mhm.
summoning. As you're putting magic into them, they seem to be like very stressed and kind of in pain as they're doing this task.
Okay.
You get the sense that there's like some sort of interference down here
Yeah.
that's trying to inhibit
sense.
certain types of magic and stuff.
Makes sense.
It's not enough where you're at that it's preventing it, but
Yeah.
it's also kind of the same vibe that you got from that spider that tried to follow
Mhm.
you and went away. Like
That
it
would
seemed
explain
okay when
why.
it was up on the surface.
That would explain why Askar hasn't gotten himself out yet.
Yes.
But what I'm hearing is that I'm going to be useless here before too long.
Well, it seems to currently be affecting spider magic.
I haven't tried using
It's-
magic.
Yeah. You get the sense that this world is aware that people have magic abilities.
And
What?
plan
Put
for
them
it.
in
I was just
presence.
thinking about that earlier today.
I don't.
All right.
It's like I'm
You
going
guys
to
got
have
more
to be
talking
good
to-
at other things or something than
No,
just
no.
magic.
Who
So-
knows?
We'll kind of quietly, I guess, casually try to approach the sound of the other voices, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's a
Listen in.
set of double doors. It's like in this kind of room that you're in, just seems to be like a bunch of random staging of like extra equipment and stuff like that. Just raw materials and things. But these set of double doors seem to go deeper into the prison.
Okay.
As you go through those, you see that there's a long hallway that turns to the left. And on it, you see there are several sets of metal cell doors that just go along. And about the halfway point, there's two archways of stone that seem to go into rooms. And the one on the left, you hear voices coming from it, and you see shadows being cast along the floor and the walls. There seems to be people moving around in there. You hear them laughing, you hear plates clattering every so often. Voices kind of hush and they'll whisper a little bit and then they'll start laughing and yelling again. Can't really make out what they're saying so much though.
Do you want me to sneak ahead and try and figure anything out, or
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
okay? Would my society context help in this, or no?
Society or Warren
Okay,
for
cool.
pretty much this entire area.
All
I
right.
bet Underworld would help. Maybe Common. I don't know.
Yeah.
Civilization? Was that what was?
Ooh.
Only
I'm
if you've
gonna
got
push-
Prison.
5 and above.
You know what?
Oh,
I'll
wow.
fucking take 3 successes for 1 damage. I'm gonna go ahead and expend my advancement, my risk assessment, and just make that 3 successes with no damage.
Wait. Absolutely. The 3 successes are good. So you're crouching, and you were very focused on like the sound coming from
Yeah.
that kind of cutaway room. And as you're getting closer, it seems that there's guards, and you're stealthily walking. And you hear this like popping sound, and you look to your left, and inside of one of the cells, you see there's a small boy holding what looks like a cigarette in his mouth, and he's taking a drag off of it, and he pulls it away,
Is it
and
bubbles?
just bubbles shoot out of his
Nice.
mouth. Just
Very
takes
nice.
another drag on it. And he's just sitting there. He seems to be like kicking his legs on the bench.
Yeah.
He was maybe like 10 years old.
What are you in for?
Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Well, I'm scouting, so I will just note this so I can relay it.
Okay. Oh, the other thing you notice too as you're looking in at him, there are a ton of Share Suites coupons around his feet, just like in a circle around him.
This is where people come to make offerings to him.
He got it at the candy store.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's definitely information. I don't know if this is the spider dude we're looking for, but maybe on our
Now
way
get
out.
that impression.
Are the coupons
They're-
foil or are they paper?
Paper.
Paper.
It's the head kid in charge down here.
Yeah.
You continue to sneak on by.
Yeah.
As you get in further, you don't really see anyone else in these cells, too. A few of the doors are like open, at least on this side of the hallway. There might be more down the other way, but you're approaching this one room. You're kind of against the wall. You can look in, you see this other room. It doesn't seem like there's anyone else in this other cutaway, and there's a door on the side there. But as you're approaching, you hear several guards. They all seem to be talking and joking and bickering with each other. They seem to be talking about like upcoming Coliseum games and bets that they're making on who's going to make it. They're talking and kind of gossiping about prisoners that they've brought in. They're all kind of talking like hushedly. You get the impression that they're not really supposed to be
Yeah.
speculating or really even in on all that, but
Yeah.
they are anyways. They all
Okay.
seem to be eating too. You hear clattering and people drinking, and every so often, like glasses clinking, plates clattering, silverware.
Okay.
Get the sense that there's probably about 3 guards
Okay.
in there. 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's good information. They're talking about the bets. I see the weird kid. I'll circle back. This is definitely Lonen's little red wagon, so I don't want to make any decisions without him. So yeah, once I got that information, there's 3 of them. They're eating. They're talking about the bets. Weird kid. I'll backtrack and relay all that information.
Okay.
In the meantime, we've all been slain by the little kid blowing bubbles.
Most
He's locked
Satan's
up. You're
villain.
fine.
I'm thinking maybe we should go talk to the kid, see what the kid knows. Kid's out of place here.
He
Agreed.
definitely is, and he's got a shitload of those coupons.
He's
As
like the
you're
kid
walking
from Men in
back
Black
to-
and like the training simulator with the physics
Right.
books. Like, aren't we supposed to kill this one first?
Yeah.
He rolled so well. So as you were walking back to, you just barely catch this out of the corner of your eye as you were like going back to talk to the rest. You see that the kid like turns his head to look towards you as you're moving.
I'll
past the
stop.
cell. Okay.
Does like he lock eyes?
He looks at you, takes another drag of his cigarette, and blows bubbles in your direction. His feet are still kind of wagging. He shrugs. What are you doing here?
Shh, gotta keep it down, man.
Sorry.
We're looking for a spider
He
dude.
hops down. It's very short. He kind of walks over to the gate.
Yeah, I'm looking for a spider dude.
Spider dude.
Yeah,
How long has he been here?
I don't know. I know he's gonna be fighting here in a couple days, or being put to death in a couple days. I don't remember which one it is.
Fighting.
Fighting.
Takes
Well, one and
another
then the
drag
other.
of his bubble cigarette. He blows it out. He's like, I bet he's in the pit.
How do we get to the pit?
Go down the hallway to the left. There's another hallway. Then there's a door. There's a staircase. Then there's the pit.
Okay, that's super helpful. Why are you in here?
Oh, for making these. And he pulls up his hand. And he wasn't holding anything before, but then just a whole bunch of these coupons are in his hand.
So are all the coupons that we've been seeing around town, all of them are fake?
Not fake. I worked there with my brother.
Then why did
Blows a
you
bunch
get
more bubbles out.
arrested for making them?
The littering. He throws
Oh.
them. They kind of confetti and explode a little bit. Quietly, but
Oh,
I'm trying to advertise. And it makes a mess. They get mad at me. So I come in here. It's a routine. They all know me. It's just a
Okay.
few hours.
oh. So you're safe. You're not in any danger.
Yeah, it's not even locked.
Shit. Okay, well, keep it quiet, man. Thank you for the information. That's super cool because your advertising works. We found your coupons, and once we get done
Cool.
with this, we were actually going to come by and check the shop out. So
Say hi to Dej for me.
I
My
will.
brother.
You said Desh?
Dej.
Dej. Okay.
Dejz. Dej.
Half of a Dejevums.
We'll definitely, yeah, we'll say hi to him for you.
He's a little bigger than me. My
Okay.
name's Pilroy. He puts his hand through the grate.
I'll shake his hand.
Pulls his
We-
hand away, and you have another coupon in your hand.
Well, thanks. We
Yes.
found one of those fancy gold ones.
Oh, only Dej can make those.
Oh, nice. Well, cool. Anyway, well, if you don't need any help, I'm going to go. Thank you for the information, and I can't wait to see your shop.
Yeah. I'll probably be there if it's later today.
Probably
He
later
goes,
today. Yeah.
Pops back up on the board. He's like, have fun. Don't fall in.
I try not to.
Fall in.
Okay, now I meet back up with the party. And we'll relay all of the information.
Oh, we're totally going to that candy shop.
Absolutely.
100%. Like, I'm going to give him all my money, probably.
Yeah. Seemed like a cool kid.
Yeah.
Super cool
Magic
at like
tickets.
sleight of hand and stuff. Yeah.
That's
Well, I guess
really something. Yeah.
let's go to this definitely not ominously named place called the Pit.
And he said,
Yeah.
"Don't
Yeah.
fall in." So I'm gonna
Don't
guess it's a
fall in.
very
That's
literal
even
name.
better. That's even better.
I expect to be inside the pit within a matter of minutes. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You guys try to sneak by the guards, or are you getting by the hallway?
Just walk through like we belong here. We
Yeah,
have
you can do that.
There's only three
yeah,
of them.
confidence.
Yeah. Do we have any ladders? If you carry a ladder through a place, everyone just presumes you belong there.
That's true. We could have like a box of tools
Oh,
and a
you've
ladder.
got us
and, like,
already
we're
fixed
set.
up in uniforms, though. So
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
a ladder
Okay.
would just be insurance.
yeah, we'll just walk through like you said.
I'd say there's probably like a partially broken up ladder, and it's maybe
No.
missing a rung or two in this first room.
No, you need a legit
I mean,
ladder. Yeah.
A legit ladder. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a fiberglass ladder or something
There's enough
that's really
materials that
awkward.
you could mend one pretty easily. in here.
Quit trying to make us do new skill tests, Joe.
I'll try to fix a ladder because I need to fail a roll.
No,
Sure.
and we're in guard uniforms. Guards wouldn't be doing that.
What about clipboard? Yeah, clipboard.
There's scrap wood all over. the
I'll
place.
make us a clipboard.
There we go.
It's great. We're all like, no, we're not making your men test. Oh, we have this other idea. Let's make a men test.
Go for it, Dan.
I need to do bad though. Let's see, where are you at, Mend? Oh, this will give me a chance to figure some things out though, because I can use my casting for this
Ooh.
Mhm.
since I have magical mending, and I can feel how bad it feels to mend things.
Okay.
Get to learn two things at once.
Yep.
That is a way you could
And-
phrase that. Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
Shit,
Good thing
Dan.
I did so good on this roll, because when
You
we
don't
need it
gotta
later,
push. Oh yeah.
I don't.
Fucking 4
You
successes.
make a pristine clipboard and even get some
Nice.
like little bits of this. There's like fabric and stuff too from just discarded bits here and there that looks like paper or parchment on it now too.
That's super cool.
You do feel resistance as you start casting a little bit, but not quite as much as it seemed like John was struggling with. It seems like mending magic might not be as inhibited. You still feel there's a little bit of something. You get like a bad
Sure.
taste in your mouth almost as you're trying to do it.
Sure. That's good to know.
It tastes like earwax.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's one of the worst tastes.
It's definitely
But
a
now-
Yeah,
taste.
you're able to make this. You've got a great
Look how
looking clipboard.
fancy this is. I'm gonna go and threaten people that this is going on their permanent record.
Nice.
Yep.
Excuse
They
me, sir,
dare
what's your
talk
name
to
again?
us?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
All right.
Belligerent, disrespectful. Demerits. Demerits.
I'll see you in detention.
Oh, that's a threat. There's Kozel.
There's
Yes.
a proposal.
Yeah.
He's being
My cat doesn't love me anymore and
Unruly.
doesn't come visit me when I play games.
That jerk.
One of mine's over there licking her paws. Got to get all the gunk out, apparently.
With as late as it is,
what's
I
the plan?
feel.
You guys walking down,
Yeah.
acting like you
Oh, yeah.
own the place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Just waltzing by the door, stopping in, like
Just
I'll be
waltzing
kind
by.
of looking or gonna be like kind of looking around and like acting like I'm taking notes or something.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
kind of like point things out. To,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
you guys do that. So
Shameful.
you walk down. You see Pelleroy is still taking drags on his bubble cigarette. He waves at you guys as you're going by.
Give him a thumbs up.
Yeah.
The bubbles form another thumbs up.
I want one of those.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see his hands like kind of guiding that a little bit as he does that. But he's just sitting there.
Are you interested in adventuring with the petting zoo?
He's got a
How do you
very
feel about
speed
talking
bag.
crabs, kid?
Nah, I got a job already.
Dang.
Just as
You
well.
guys-
It means we get more coupons.
Matter of fact, do you guys want to go work at a candy store?
Yeah.
Maybe.
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 Minton's
some
petting
competition
zoo and
lately.
candy shop.
No, I mean, like, are you hiring? Are you hiring a bunch of adults?
It's kind of a family business, but we might be able to
Are
figure
you-
something out.
Are you interested in adopting a bunch of adults?
Do you have any adult sisters?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Like that may be the easiest solution.
It's just me and Dej right now, but maybe you can talk to him.
Okay.
All right.
Too bad
Later.
we don't have the sisters because I can officiate the marriage now. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Right. We should go though.
right, yeah.
But we're not all related, so like, there's got to be enough for all of us.
Listen,
Right.
here's the plan. We're gonna find spouses for those two, and those spouses are gonna have sisters, and then we're gonna marry those sisters.
Oh, so we're playing the long game.
Yeah. That way we can be family.
Like 7 sister-in-laws for 2 brothers or something.
Yeah,
However that
yeah,
math
yeah.
works.
Yeah.
You guys continue
like-
down. You're quietly talking about the logistics of this as you pass by this guard room. And you see all the guards are kind of talking or whatever, and then they all stop suddenly and they turn to look at you guys and they look back
In our very
Hey.
normal conversation.
What are you guys doing?
Inspections.
One of them sits up.
Health inspector.
It's
I was just thinking, health inspector, motherfucker.
they look at one guy. It's like inspections. What?
Gonna like slap the clipboard.
Didn't they tell you?
No. What are you inspecting?
Stuff. You see this place? It's falling apart.
I mean, lasted long enough.
you've got your useful scrap next to your just sitting there, not being refurbished into something useful. So it's just scrap at that point.
And
Cluttering
that's
up
the
the
maintenance
place.
people. That's not our job.
Well,
we're here to watch prisoners.
that's kind of why we're here. It's a joint co-op with maintenance and security, because they're looking at getting some of those slimes down here to kind of help with the cleanup process. So we're kind of
the maintenance guys are
inspecting
just gonna like fix things, but they're not gonna secure things,
Yeah, we got to make sure that we get a good blend of mix and secure if we want to get some of those slimes trained to work down here.
As you are saying stuff that's not related, related to all the stuff that you're saying, you see two of the people at the table like ease up a lot. And a few of them are like taking paper that's in front of them and just kind of trying to move it out of sight. And then
that's fine. We don't care.
About what?
Exactly.
Nothing, as a matter of fact.
That doesn't have anything to do with slimes or security, so we don't give two shits.
Yeah.
One of them whispers to the other one, "Do you think they're here because the counselor's here?" And I was like, "Maybe."
Wait, what was
It's
that?
probably a surprise. You're not here because we have a visitor, right?
No, we didn't realize that this was overlapping with something else. What's going on?
It's probably like a management thing trying to make us look good, being proactive or whatever.
So who's here?
That's why he was here.
Could be.
I bet. The one that's standing up is like, it's probably because, they always come in whenever there's a random thing. They probably knew I'm sure that makes sense. Yeah, he's trying to be discreet, but no one has boots like that. It's one of the counselors.
Okay.
You can always tell them by their shoes.
Just taking a tour? This ain't really a tour kind of facility.
I didn't look long enough to look like I saw him, so not sure.
It's probably smart.
That checks out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we appreciate the heads up. We don't want to get... God, we don't want them coming in and... just think, we're here to do this, and then all of a sudden they're asking us 800 goddamn questions. Or they're angry that we're here too.
Smoke up our ass, we'll head out of here. Yeah.
We're just here to do the inspection. If you got visitors, you got visitors.
I think we
Don't
got
spend
screwed.
too long in the pit.
Yeah, I don't want to be there. It's the pits.
No.
All
right. Well, thanks, guys. We're going to get on with this. We'll stay out of your hair.
Yeah.
See the two that were sitting still, they're like white knuckling almost, and then they start to ease up a little bit, and the other guy just looks at them and sits back down. All right, well, let us know if there's anything you need from us, or we'll be right here.
Will do.
Good.
It's almost shift change. That's where we're eating.
Oh,
yeah, good.
Okay. Nice.
Good luck with keeping that table clean.
Yes. And they kind of like tidy up randomly in front of them.
Happy plates, right?
Happy plates.
I need someone to roll a compel or a deceive, or actually a deceive or a conceal test.
I'm pretty good at both of those.
For the group.
I can do good at neither of them.
I got conceal.
I have charisma.
Conceal and deceive for my roll right now, it's sitting at 6 dice for either.
Okay, and conceal.
That's more than both of mine combined.
5 dice. So.
Okay. How does assist work? Can we assist on this?
You can assist, and you add 1 die. So just bump your modifier up 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you push, you both take damage from it. That's how it works.
Fair.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do a conceive or a deceive, and I'll take the context, and I'll bump it up by 1. Here it fucking goes. 2 successes.
Hey.
I'm gonna keep it at 2.
So Yep. That's fine. They seem to not be too suspicious. They seems like they were worried you guys were going to talk to them about something else, and then you didn't, and they didn't want to push any farther. So
That's for the
they
best.
went back to what they were doing.
It probably works out for the both of us.
Gambling slash.
I mean, yeah. The ethics of that, they definitely should be worried.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They we'll say we're getting pretty close to time.
Thankfully
So
for them, we're not real guards. So
move along. You guys continue down. There's people here and there. They're not looking at you too much. Like you see some people are just kind of sleeping up in the cells.
yeah. Like we're already on the inside, so we're good, right?
Yeah. And as you're walking down, there's a little bit more people in the other side of this hallway. But these cells are all shut and locked. A few of them kind of give you weird looks, but then kind of look away if you make eye contact with them. Make it down to the left. You turn. There's another hallway, a little bit shorter in length, a few more cells. And then you see that it opens up and it's a little bit wider, and there's another set of these giant double doors. And as you go through these double doors, you see this.
Yeah.
That's certainly
Fine.
pit-like.
Yeah, out of all the pits I've seen, that's certainly one of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It looks like there's
Yeah,
like a little ladder on the
I'm-
side, and there's some exciting chains just dangling
I'm
into
getting
it.
some Chronicles of Riddick vibes, and I'm down for
Oh,
it.
yeah. Was that the
I
second
don't know
movie?
what that means.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's
It's a
thing
movie
I
with a
haven't
rock
seen,
in
I
it.
think.
It does not have a rock in it. It has a Vin Diesel.
It's like the same guy, though.
Eh,
I'm
They're
joking. I'm
statted
sorry.
out slightly different.
Or as
Yeah.
I also like to refer to Riddick as a Space Conan. So
Yeah, that's fair. Joe, go watch the movie Pitch Black tomorrow.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
There's a pit.
I'll do that. Yeah, you see, we'll end with you guys walking into this big room.
Okay.
It opens up. You're at the top of this staircase. It goes down. There's kind of this big staging area around this pit. It's all just stone, but after a while, you see there's cells that are lining the inside of this pit. And there's several hooks and things. You see cages. It looks like the cells are not built into the walls. They're more just like cutouts in the walls that cells get placed inside of. And there seems to be some sort of like platform.
It's like the sky cells
near it.
from the Erie.
I don't know.
Yeah. John got it. That's what counts.
mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is.
It's a Game of Thrones reference.
And by the edge of the pit too, you see there's kind of like this little bit of a wooden platform that's up, and you see a cloaked figure that's got their hood pulled up pretty high, and there's another guard captain kind of guy sitting with him. He's got like more of like a golden trim on his armor, but same colors. There's another guard beside them that's kind of looking away, and they seem to be going over some papers or things, and that's where we'll end it.
Okay.
Cool.
Nice. I cast Eldritch Blast and knock all of them into the pit.
That's
Mundane
obviously mundane.
Yeah.
I just use my Webby Force Blast to just yoink them out into the
there
pit.
You go. There you go.
A terrible accident.
Terrible.
Oh no.
Someone should really do
All right.
inspections at this place more often, so that way accidents don't
unfair.
happen.
Yeah.
OSHA violations
Right?
all over the
There's
place.
no guardrail. I mean,
You
that's
gotta have a
just-
Somebody could
guardrail.
just fall in like this.
You just
I
look over
literally
the
worked
edge. Oh man, that. God dang, that's something. As soon as they look
I-
over,
I worked at
Yeah.
a place where the break room was up a set of stairs, and the doors to the break room, if you were coming up the stairs, would have swung out into your face.
That's
And-
lovely.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I wonder how many times people have fallen down these stairs.
Yeah.
that's some home alone
That's
shit.
great planning and design.
Mhm.
All right. Well, that's wrapping up this session. What else do we got going on? Defenders,
Yeah.
DOK.
Well, first we'll start off with Saturday night over on twitch.tv/GoodmanGamesOfficial. We've got a Weird Frontier session. I don't know how far away from the last episode or last session of that we are, but Dan's character Chance,
He's a book.
he is an evil book in flesh.
He's probably mostly book at this point, unless Chance, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like
Who
a
knows?
50-50 balance.
It could be, yeah. And then so
I'm sure
that's-
great things will happen.
Yeah, that's Saturday. As far as the streams go, I'll also plug Wednesdays. We have our Dungeon Crawl Classics campaign, playing through the classic 2nd edition D&D adventure Night Below. And that's the things that I will plug, but other people will plug things as well. So other
What
people.
about you, John?
Yeah. The Defenders of Kobold YouTube channel. We have new episodes of Oops All Goblins coming out. Again, it's doing the Age of Ashes Adventure Path, Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's been tremendous fun. Yeah, we're gonna do a recording in another week, and I'm looking forward to it.
It may be our last.
Isn't there something now? If I remember correctly, is this our last Anvea for a couple of weeks?
It is. Yeah. So not next Friday or the Friday after that. But hopefully the Friday after that, we'll be back here to Anvea. So it's a little bit of a cliffhanger.
So 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But we have
Yeah.
something in
Yeah, during
store
those
for that, don't we,
2
Chuck?
weeks where Joe's MIA, we're going to be doing some more Walking Dead, Free League Publishing. We did a little offline playthrough, which is up on our YouTube, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. It's good so far.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm
Might
going
get to see
gone for a bit.
Taggart V2.
There you go.
And
Yes.
I maybe I'll command the Taggart this time.
Oh,
you will be the Taggart controller.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, once I'm back, it'll be, is that next year?
it'll be next
How does
year.
that
Yeah,
work? I think
I think.
Or
I don't fucking know
today's-
how math works. Today's the.
it'll be the last Friday. It'll be the 29th that we
Okay.
are back here playing Anvea, assuming I don't get trapped from bad weather.
Are you not kidnapped by
Should be good.
Canadians?
Yeah,
That could
not being
happen.
held ransom by Trudeau.
Yeah, I could see it.
But yeah,
He's gotta
We've been-
pay for that. That healthcare system somehow.
yeah,
So kidnapping
Been memeing
people.
too hard.
creative
Joe,
ways, increasingly creative ways.
Yeah,
not too spicy
But,
for Canada.
yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Also beware
so
of the moose.
There,
The
That's
one
just
moose
good life
in
advice.
particular.
It is.
Moose bites can be pretty nasty.
Hey,
Moose once bit my sister.
In general, don't fuck with 4-legged hooved animals. But if it's
for
got
any
hey,
animal, really.
you might cuddle on a pet because it's probably a demon and maybe it wants cookies.
well, they don't have hooves.
Well, then maybe they do.
I guess we don't know. They're so tiny. If spiders have hooves, they're very tiny. We haven't noticed them.
Yeah, just avoid them altogether,
Spider hooves.
really.
Yeah.
Spider
You
hooves.
say hooves, but
spider
really they're just in
hooves.
high heels.
Yeah.
All right. With that, we'll see you guys for more Anvea in 3 weeks, and we will see what this pit's all about. See about getting John's Escar tattoo guy rescued,
Yeah.
and whatever other shenanigans you all get into.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help him Escar go on out of here.
Yes. All right. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for watching.
There it is.
Goodbye.